GCNN's Gavin Caruso. 29 years ago, what was called GCNN was nothing but an old, dusty wood shop with some borrowed cameras and VHS tapes. Today, it has become a nationally recognized award-winning news network. I got to sit down with some current GCNN members to talk about their experiences throughout the program.
When I first wanted to come in, I thought we were going to gear towards more live sports, and we did a ton of stuff that first couple years. We did softball games, baseball games, volleyball, soccer, almost everything. The principal at the time, Mr. Cunningham, when I first took over the class, we met over the summer because he wanted to do something different with the announcements. So the first couple of years, we just called it the daily announcements. But I had a good group that first year that I was here, especially with Zach Wienhoff, Alex Fonders, and Matt Hartzler, really took the lead on a sports show. And we'd always had a sports show before, after school. Swarman had had it running before too, with like 2 or 3 kids. But with that group, with the younger kids, they were all freshmen. I think there was a couple sophomores involved. There was probably about 10 to 12 of them that were involved with that every week after school. And what I figured out after the first couple of years is that this is something that the kids seem to have a lot of interest in, and we need to make it a course. And that's really how the Rush came to be. First couple of years when it was after school, they kind of just recorded stuff off ESPN, made their own highlights and stuff, which was good. It was good learning and stuff. But they really didn't concentrate on Glenwood sports. And when I made it a class, and it started in 2007, one of the first things I told the kids is, I want to make this show about Glenwood sports, because they, you know, especially the sports broadcasting industry, you can see anything about NFL, MLB on probably 10 channels on cable right now. So they can get that information anywhere. What they can't get is good, strong, in-depth analysis of Glenwood sports. And that gives us something like an edge over anybody else. You know, even when different local news covers us, they don't cover it as in-depth as we do.
The first time I actually anchored, it was probably about an hour before in gym. Kyle Miller comes up and goes, "Hey Danny, you're anchoring." And I go, why? Well, because Josh DeGaney was his anchor too. Josh had a golf tournament they didn't tell anybody about. He forgot to mention it, so Josh couldn't make it. And this was, we filmed on Friday's third hour then. So I found out an hour before that I was anchoring, so I had to go watch the highlights really quick. And then, you know, I went in there with my squeaky voice, and somehow I went in there and anchored too and got, but that was my first time anchoring.
And I originally wanted to go into more, you know, making commercials, I guess, and, you know, fun video, short clips. But then I saw how serious the Rush was and how fun the Rush was, and I was like, hey, I like sports, this sounds like something I can do in my free time, why not? And so that's kind of how I kind of went into it, and then I kind of loved it, and now co-directing with Danny Fry.
Another reason it's been so successful is because of the support that the administration gave us in the way that they allowed me to set up the class. The administration has always been big on having semester courses for electives, and that was fine. So what we were able to do is I took an idea from Ms. Kaler in the way that she had set up the yearbook, is that she had different levels set up for the yearbook. And I thought, well, let's do that with some of these courses so the kids can continue taking it and build upon their knowledge and take it for 2 to 3 years if they wanted to. And that's what's kept the Rush as successful as it's been in the past, because the new kids each year can work with kids that have experience, veterans. And so they work together on beats, and then the new kids by the end of the year are just as developed as the veterans, hopefully. And that's why it has that continuity and has consistency year in and year out.
It's the feeling after you do a good show and just knowing that your hard work paid off. When CJ and I think probably about 10 episodes into last season, we started hitting our niche, and we started feeling really good and kind of got in the hang of it. And this year we just had a couple, last couple episodes that I was involved in, I thought went really, really well, and everybody sort of coming in their own.
It's really taught me a lot about hard work and how hard work pays off. It's also taught me a lot about confidence. You know, trying to be in front of the camera sometimes, you need to have a lot of confidence and be able to carry yourself. 8th grade, I remember seeing the guys on MTV. They made the music videos, and I knew they were a really huge part of GCNN.
So when I took over the program, I wanted to make music videos a big thing to where we could play them every year at prom. And then, of course, when I started doing homecoming, we did those there also. That group that made the MTV, or won the MTV award, They started with me as freshmen my first year here. You know, Matt Hartzler, Jake Gigante, they put a ton of work into that video. They not only made an excellent video that they spent hours, probably 200 to 300 hours on between the pre-production, the production, and the post-production, but they also did a great job promoting. That actually worked out. It was like the perfect time, because all those kids, there was like 10 kids that were involved in the video. They were all going to different colleges at the time. So when they went there, they'd already placed top 5 when they started at college. And when they went there, they reached out to all the different college media organizations, like the college newspapers, some college radio stations and stuff. And they told them, hey, you know, my video is going to be on, it's in this big MTV contest. And so they were getting like front page articles written on them as freshmen in college, and you know, they just had a lot of passion for this to win this contest. And you know, that's what succeeds in this business. It was one of my proudest days as a teacher, walking in. We had a big party over at the creek, and you know, walking in, getting a standing ovation from everybody, and then seeing my students on MTV.
Bandy really has pushed me a lot to where, and he realizes that with some stuff that I have going on, that he realizes that I have the confidence, but in certain areas, like when it comes to anchoring and announcing, play-by-play, stuff like that, he wanted to get me out of the comfort zone, so where I would go out and I would film more, and where I would go out and do technical director that one time. I'm sure you remember that, Gavin. But stuff like that, and you know what, and I like that, because I like that he pushes me out of the comfort zone, because when he first mentioned those things, I mean, I'm dead set, stubborn against it. But then now, as I'm getting closer to, all he's trying to do is prepare me for college and to make me well-rounded for next year. And then eventually I came around after a long time and realized what he was trying to do, and it was definitely for the best. And that's why I can thank him the most, is for him to push me out of my comfort zone, whether it comes to, you know, stuff in After Effects back freshman year, or you know, now when he's trying to put me in just about every position that we can possibly do here, instead of just staying at the anchor desk.
The big thing is the students that work hard. I'm excited that there's going to be some students next year that are going to really keep the Rush continuing with that strong commitment to excellence that it's always had. You know, I see a lot of consistency going into next year, because we've trained some strong students for next year to continue the program. So, but my only thing is you know, everybody's going to have to work hard next year. Everybody's going to have to put it in their own keep, because you know, we are losing some. It's like when you have a college football team or something, you know, you're going to have people that have to step up and fill the shoes of the people that are leaving. We've got some really strong students that are graduating this year, and so all I can hope is next year that those shoes are filled by some people that are coming up through it.
For the freshmen coming in, I think there's a lot of good talent coming in, like Paul Gigante. You know, I can't really name all the others, but I know there's a lot of new faces coming in, but there's also a lot of faces leaving. You know, CJ, Danny, especially, Bandy, Eric, Rachel's leaving. You know, it's sad to see those people go, but also there's going to be a lot of places that you're filling.
I feel that, you know, I have other business interests that I'm involved with, and that's the reason why I left, is that I have to concentrate on the other things that I'm doing personally in my life. And it had nothing to do with the students. In fact, it was one of my hardest days of my life when I had to announce to my advanced students that I was resigning and have decided to pursue other opportunities for me. So, you know, I appreciate all the support that the students, the administration, parents. I've received a lot of emails from parents, you know, get hugs from school board members and stuff. And it means a lot to me how many people have been supportive to me for this whole 9 years. You know, getting an ovation from the school board, the last meeting and stuff was very touching to me, and it means a lot, because the school district, a lot of, you know, the students, they've all treated me right, and you know, I want to make sure this program continues. There's some great kids in this program, and I want the program to succeed, to not only succeed for the program, but for the students, so that countless other generations can be successful in this industry. Or even if they don't go in this industry, take things from this program they can use for the rest of their life.
We gather, at the end of class, and we either talk about an episode or a project coming. Like, it really wasn't weird for him to get us together and talk, because sometimes he's goofed on us where he's showing a video or something that we've done in the past, that was kind of stupid. Like, he's done that at the end of the hour before, so I thought it was going to be something like that. But it wasn't. He said that this was the right time for him to leave and move on after 9 years here. And it had to be tough for him because he's been doing this for 9 years, and this was a job that he really wanted since he went through this program. So that's when he's really serious about it and everything that he's doing now.
GCNN will be a lot different without Bandy. It's not going to be as fun, I don't think, because Bandy really brought a smile to all of our faces. And I think our mood will still be, happy that this program's still alive. But with a different teacher, they're going to bring a new approach to it, and I hope it's good.
What this program has been in the past, it's been an award-winning program, and I want students coming in to realize how lucky they are that we have a state-of-the-art TV studio, control room, a TV station, and that if you're even remotely interested in doing anything in the broadcasting field at all, if it's public relations, if it's just public speaking, like in general, if you're any skill set you have falls roughly into this class at all, at least take the intro class.
GCNN is going to be what the students make it. It's not going to be a teacher coming in here revolutionizing the whole program, changing the program around, but it's going to be somebody coming in here and letting the students work in the area that they are comfortable in and they have passion for, and continue to do strong things, whether it's making great public service announcements, which we won state awards for, whether it's music videos, whether it's our award-winning sports show, whether it's live sports. It's going to be up to the students to continue those things and have that work ethic, that drive, that passion, that competitive edge to be successful.
Definitely don't take the program for granted, because the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And who knows, you might end up on MTV or get a job and make a movie. There's a ton of GCNN alumni who are out doing things they love that they did in this class. It really puts an edge over a lot of people when you go into something like that. And a lot of people, they don't think, they're like, hey, movies and stuff. I like movies, and I kind of want to go into movies, but I don't know anything about it. And it's a really hard job. It's a really hard field to get into because it's so competitive. This class really gets you ahead in the game.
But if you come in and if you work hard, even if you're a little less talented, I know Bandy stressed this, you'll be fine if you just sit down and work hard. And with the teacher, if he or she stresses hard work and really dedication to the program and what we want to do here, then I think they should be fine. Obviously learn After Effects and Premiere and all that other stuff. Bandy will help ease them into that. But if they just realize what kind of program this is and can keep them on that path, keep it to the level that it has been, then it'll be perfectly fine.
What I'll miss most, though, is going out to the football games and under the Friday night lights, and filming the games, being right there, right next to the players. Football and basketball games are the most intense things, being right there, right in the action, and being able to capture that, all those moments, it's special.
GCNN says farewell to graduating seniors along with Ryan Bandy. We also welcome Patty Kaler as the new GCNN coordinator. Thanks for watching. I'm Gavin Caruso.